Bulls. There's Steph taking some pictures with members of the military. We're in the first. Draymond Green over to Steph, and that's what he does. Steph Curry knocks down the three, but you can see Chicago well in control at this point. Zach LaVine to Nikola Vucevic. He knocks down a three-pointer. Then LaVine to Derek Jones for the two-handed stuff as he crushes that one. Absolutely massive jam from Jones, and Chicago's up 27-10. Into the second quarter we go, and the Splash Brothers combine in. There is Clay, there is Steph, and Steph knocks down the step-back three. Then Jordan Poole to Clay for the three. Then Klay Thompson finds Steph Curry for the corner three-pointer. And Golden State stormed back and took a lead into the half. Klay Thompson, who had 26 points on the game. Golden State now up by 8 and looking to be in control. But all of a sudden, here come the Bulls. Zach LaVine knocks down a three. He had 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists in the game. Then Vucevic with the jumper, and now Chicago is up by 6. Vucevic again, this time from 3, and look at the lead now, up to 15. So the Warriors trying to come back, and they turn to Steph Curry, as they often do. 20 points, 10 rebounds on the game for Steph. He gets the driving layup that cuts the lead down to 11, but it's Vucevic again with the floater here, and then Vucevic with the hook shot inside, and you're starting to see a theme here because we got another one from Vucevic. He had 43 points and 13 rebounds against the Warriors and Chicago. Game embracing before action tonight. It's LeBron James taking on Joel Embiid. The Lakers going against the Sixers. LeBron 11 points shy of 38,000 in his career, gets the lay in there. And then this is the historic jumper. LeBron becomes the second player in NBA history to reach 38,000 points in his career. He had 16 in the opening quarter, still just putting up tremendous numbers. Joel Embiid, speaking of tremendous numbers, gets to the bucket, and he's just too big for anybody to stop down there. And then James Harden sets him up, and yeah, Embiid's going to stuff that one home. Then Harden finds him for the mid-range shot. Joel Embiid at 22 points in the half. Philly up by 7. Later in the second, Russell Westbrook setting up by 158-57. Third quarter, Harden off the screen finds Embiid for the big dunk plus the foul. Watch this one more time. He missed the free throw. Lakers still up by 1 at that point, 77-76. Here goes LeBron on a beautiful little hanging spin move. Watch it again. Wasn't able to dunk that, so could he fix that one deficiency? You betcha. Here comes LeBron again with the spin and the throw down. Watch it one more time. 35 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Just a tremendous effort from LeBron. Lakers up by 1. James Harden stepping up in the fourth, gets the layup. Then coming off the screen, makes the three. He had 24 points, 13 assists, 7 rebounds on the game. Philly by 3. Later in the fourth, Russell Westbrook makes the fadeaway. He had a triple-double, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. Lakers up by 1 at that point, less than 3 minutes to go. George Niang, though, on the other end, knocks down a 3. This puts Philly up by 2. Then it's Embiid making a jumper. He had 35 points, 11 rebounds on the game. Philly by 4, less than a minute to go. LeBron now driving and kicking to Troy Brown, who hits a 3. It's a 1-point game. Now Lakers down 1. Less than 10 seconds to go. Russell Westbrook one-on-one with Joel Embiid, loses the dribble, keeps going, and the pass sort of blocked by the rim and blocked by the defense. Watch it again. Russell Westbrook explodes. He wanted a call on Embiid here for grabbing his wrist. No call at all. And Philly goes on to get the win by 1. Set for action against the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic sitting this one out tonight. We are in the first quarter, and Shaedon Sharpe gets it to Jeremy Grant, who drives inside and stuffs that one home. Portland already up by 9. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up the slack with Luka out, working on his floater game. This cuts the lead down to 4. Then it's Lillard knocking down a three-pointer. That's money. Then Yusuf Nurkic passing it to Lillard, who goes for the baseline layup as he just sort of wraps around the defense and gets that one in. And then Lillard again working past the defense, gets the lefty layup. Portland up by 9. Later in the second quarter, Jaden Hardy to Christian Wood hanging in the air, getting the tough layup. Step back three-pointer goes down, and it's a 1-point game. Then Dinwiddie finds Christian Wood for the floater and one. Wood made the free throw. He had 23 points, 16 rebounds. Dallas up by 2. Anthony Simons driving and getting the bucket inside. He had 20. Portland back in front by 4. Then Shaedon Sharpe, who just seems to float through the air, goes baseline for the nice hanging jam. And Portland's up by 9. Then it's Damian Lillard's turn, driving down the lane for the floater plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. Portland by 6. Later in the fourth, Theo Pinson finds Spencer Dinwiddie for the floater. Dinwiddie finished with 28 points on the game. Portland's lead down to 3. Simons now to Lillard for 3 on the other end. Then Lillard pulling up for 3 more. Man, he finished with 40 points, 6 assists on the game. Portland by a dozen. Then Simons over to Yusuf Nurkic for the deep 3. He had 20 on the game, and Portland goes on to win it by 17. Your final score, 1 straight win as they take on Kyrie Irving and a Nets team trying to still adjust without Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving with some dribbling before hitting the step-back mid-range jumper. That tied the game at 12 apiece. Meanwhile, the Thunder, boy, they have a young star guard in Josh Giddey, just a giant point guard. Then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander steps back, and speaking of stars, this guy is a star right now. Step-back 3, OKC up by 5. Royce O'Neal finds Seth Curry on the other end for 3, and that puts Brooklyn up by 2, but OKC's got 3 from Lou Dort, and they're up by 2. Still second quarter, Kyrie Irving gets to his little spot by 2 at the half. Third quarter, Kyrie Irving driving and hits the left. This puts them up by 5. Then Irving backs down and works on a little short fadeaway. He had 15 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists in the game. Later, Seth Curry's turn. He drives in for a nice layup. He had 23 points on the game. Brooklyn by 10. In the fourth quarter, Darius Bazley finds Josh Giddey, and there he goes cutting in for the layup plus the foul. He missed the free throw. Then Giddey in the corner for the 3, ties the game at 82. Lou Dort now knocking down a three-pointer for OKC. He had 22 points and 5 rebounds on the game, and the Thunder push ahead by 4. SGA baseline fadeaway. He had 28 points. OKC up by 11. And then Josh Giddey's turn. He drives and hits a floater. He matched a career high with 28 points on the game. He had 9 assists, 9 rebounds. The Denver Nuggets playing host to the Orlando Magic. We are in the first. Wendell Carter Jr. misses. Jokic gets the rebound, and we're headed the other way as he just sort of rumbles to the basket, throws it up and in, and Denver's up by 2. Later, Bones Highland steals Terrence Ross's pass. Highland finds Jamal Murray for the dunk on the other end. Murray, 18.7 assists in the game. Bol now gets a steal, and, well, you know how he's going to finish. Big jam there. Denver still up by 7. Jokic getting his teammates involved. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope forces the turnover. Jokic to Aaron Gordon, who throws that one down. Then Jokic draws the double team and kicks it out to Michael Porter Jr. What a gorgeous jump. Chipping away, and boy, look at this guy. Markelle Fultz really finding his stride at this point in the season for the Magic. Then the number 1 pick of the draft, Paolo Banchero, spins and finishes with the jam. Then Bol crosses up Jokic and dunks this thing. Look at this again. Has Jokic dancing, and the extension right there. Throw it down. Bol had 17.6 rebounds on the game. Orlando by 1. Jamal Murray, tough fall-away 3 in the fourth there with less than 5 minutes to go. Denver goes back in front. Fultz now drawing the defense and dishing out to Franz Wagner, who had 19. Orlando back in front. Jokic on the other end to Aaron Gordon with less than a minute to go, and Orlando up by 3, and that's good to close the lead down to 1. 8 seconds remaining in the game. Clock winding down, tied up, and it's Jokic. Look at this. Step back 3 with 0.2 seconds left in the game. Look at the man hit the game winner, Nikola Jokic. A gorgeous game-winning three-point shot. He finished with 17 points, 14 assists, 10 rebounds, a triple-double, and the game winner. Denver gets the win, 119-116. On a roll lately, and in the first quarter against the Detroit Pistons, boy, Julius Randle doing some hard work as he fights and fights and fights for the offensive rebound, and then pushes his weight around down low to get the layup. Knicks up 13-5. Jaden Ivey, boy, does he have the bounce, just explodes to the rim for the nice slam there. Then it's Julius Randle on the other end, barreling in for another tough shot that he gets to go down. 26-14, Knicks up by a dozen at that point. Later, Brunson drives in, and Jalen Brunson, boy, just sort of dive into the bucket, hoop and harm on that one, and he would make the free throw. Nicely done for him. Sadiq Bey helping the cause for the Pistons as he knocks down a three-pointer. And then it's Bey going in for the stuff, and that cuts the Knicks lead down. It's Brunson knocking down a short jumper. That makes it 64-55. And then Knicks on the break, R.J. Barrett going all the way to the bucket to throw that one down. Later, Brunson, who finished with 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, gets another shot to fall here as he just sort of shakes his way to the bucket, spins and hits it. And then before the end of the quarter, it's Julius Randle laying this one in, and the Knicks are up by 10, 90-80. In quarter number 4, Randle pull-up jumper here, and this one friendly off the glass. And Randle once more was just too tough to stop. 42 points, 15 rebounds. The first Knick to have a 40-15 game since some guy named Patrick Ewing back in 1996. As the LA Clippers playing host to the young Houston Rockets, but it's a veteran that gets the Rockets started. That's Eric Gordon storming through the lane for the Jam. He had 24 points on the game. Then it's their top pick in the draft this year, Jabari Smith, knocking down a three. Houston up by 8, but here comes Kawhi Leonard knocking down a three from the top of the key, tying the game at 28. In the second quarter, have you seen this guy? Alfred Şengün, what a young star he's developing into. Little hesitation, gets all the way in for the layup, and then Şengün, he's a passer too, finds Kenyon Martin Jr. for the jam. Then Kenyon Martin Jr. is in a jamming mood. He goes up and stuffs that one in. He had 22 points and 9 rebounds, and we stay with the play just before the halftime buzzer. Terrence Mann way outside quarter. From a shorter distance, Terrence Mann decides to knock this little bunny in. How about that wing three? 74-72 though. Houston still in front, but then it's Kawhi Leonard time. Kawhi Leonard goes in and hits the two to give the Clippers the lead by 1, 80-79. Then Leonard fading away for 2 more. He had 30 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Clippers up by 2. Later in the fourth quarter, it's Norman Powell storming the lane for the layup and one. He'd make the free throw, and the Clippers now opening up a lead. It's 106-94. Then Terrence Mann, step back wing three. He had 31 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists on the game, and the Clippers in control. Norman Powell gets a 3 from the top of the key. He finished with 18 points on the game, and it's LA with the win by 21. Your final score. Kings are taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Let's look at De'Aaron Fox before the game. In the first, it's Jeremy Sohan over to Jakob Poeltl inside for the bucket in transition, and San Antonio up by 9. Domantas Sabonis to Harrison Barnes, who's still knocking down threes. He hits this one, and Sacramento's leads at 2. Trey Lyles drives and finishes with a nifty little up and under layup hanging in the air, plus the foul. He'd make the free throw. Sacramento up by 4 at that point. Sohan on the other end drives for the layup. He's becoming quite a little player for San Antonio. They're up by 3. Domantas Sabonis now drives and spins for the stuff right there. Nice strong move. Sabonis 18 points, 18 rebounds, and 8 assists. Keldon Johnson misses, but Trey Jones there with the rebound throwdown. Watch it one more time. At the half, San Antonio led it by getting some separation. Sabonis gets down the lane for the stuff here. Then De'Aaron Fox driving and draining the short jumper, and the Kings are up by a half dozen, 80-74. Harrison Barnes now going to work in the corner, knocks down a 3. Then Barnes driving and scoring off the glass plus the foul. He had 29 points in the game. Later, Jakob Poeltl out to Keldon Johnson for 3. Then it's Trey Jones finding Keldon in the corner for 3 more. He had 20 points on the game, and the lead is down to 5. De'Aaron Fox on the break drives it, just stuffs this one over Jeremy Sohan. Watch it one more time. Fox had 23 points on the game. Sacramento up by 7 in the late fourth. Davion Mitchell drains the step back three. He had 19 points on the game, and Sacramento gets the win. The final score in this one, 132.